Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 8th through the 14th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. The overall energy for the reading, the Empress. I kind of get that that's your energy. It could be somebody else though, but this is definitely a sense of stepping into that place in yourself in which you open up a lot from your heart, a little like feeling a little more nurturing, a little more caring, not only for yourself, but for others. So we'll see what that's about. In the recent past, the King of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. All right, there's a situation you're dealing with here, and it's quite consuming. It's a partnership from what I can see. It could be someone you're working with or friendship. I don't think it's romantic in nature, but it could be. I don't know. But it's just something about it is just not sitting right with you there. Now, in the current situation, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Judgment card, there's a process of an ending here that's been unfolding for quite a while. It's also very transformative, but it's depleting. It feels like, oh my God, it's taken a lot away from me, whatever the hell is going on here. In the immediate future, the King of Wands, the Tower, the World card. Something's crashing and it's bringing with it an ending of a cycle. But this crash is quite fast and furious. Like it's like the experience I'm looking at right now, it seems to be expanding and extending over a fairly long period of time. This one, when it comes down fast. And with it, again, an ending of a cycle. Alrighty, let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the Empress. Okay, so there is somebody else here. For the Empress, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, there's a chance for a brand new beginning or an energy of a brand new beginning that's fairly available right now for this dynamic, you and somebody else. It seems to be very, very hard to get it going though. So even though it's available and it could be like, hey, let's start over or let's start fresh here, it seems to be very difficult to play out. Let me see the King of Pentacles. The Five of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Temperance card. Oh my God, this almost looks like a family situation. Where there's been a dispute or something. There's something going on for quite a very long period of time. Where it's just you're not seeing eye to eye with someone here, but it's to the point of hurting. You, the other person, the whole thing is just a mess. And I don't know why it's leading me into a family type of a thing. Family feud type of a situation. But let me do the Three of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. And the avoidance part, hey, let's say there is a wedding or something. And, you know, the whole family is going to be there. And it's like, oh my God, I'm dreading it. And I'm going to see that person. And they're going to be there and I don't want to, like, what do I say? What do I do? You know, so there's a little bit of that. Now, it doesn't have to be family, but it comes through a little bit with that feeling of you will have times in which you're going to have to attend the same events or something. And it's like, oh, what do I do, man? I'm not in the mood, you know, but I have to keep up with the appearances or something like that. For the Nine of Swords, you get the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Cups. And at some point, you're like, you know what, fuck it. This is not worth it. I'm just going to, I don't care if they're family. You know, I'm just going to mind my own business, move on with my life from all of this chaos and just put it behind me, and that's that. And I'm just going to keep my distance, and that's That's about all I can do. Okay. Let me do the Two of Wands in the current situation. The Six of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant. It's been a process though. So if that's what you were planning to do, to just move on from this altogether, because it was too complicated and too complex to just be able to work on it or put it together somehow. That's when you decided, okay, you know what, fuck it. It's just not worth it for me to just stress about this all the time and just be always on the lookout that, oh my God, they might pop out, or I don't know, fuck it. I'm just gonna go. And from there until now, it's been a process. It's been you trying to do exactly that. Which is basically, you're not going anywhere physically necessarily. You're just trying to live your life in a way of, I'm just going to look forward, not at what happened behind there. And it's not necessarily pretending that they don't exist, but whatever happened, you're not going to let it influence you in moving forward. So that's kind of what you've been trying to do. Because the situation is not closed off. It's nowhere near closed off. And whatever happens there, because it has that label on it of this is someone important or someone that feels like family, it's never really going to be concluded into anything, you know, unless it's rainbows and butterflies all of the sudden in the situation, which I don't think it's happening. Not right now. It could happen at some point that everything turns and it's like, oh my God, look at you putting all of that behind and just being happily ever after. I don't fucking know. But it's a process of just basically switching your mindset. You know, it's not, again, I don't think the situation stands in you're going to move at the other end of the world here. I don't think it has anything to do with that. For the Ten of Swords in the current situation, you get the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's always that hope as things progressively feel more and more in the past, put in the past and left there for you. You're still walking forward, moving forward with that sense of, you know, the little light at the end of the tunnel. Like it could be that at some point things might change in a good direction, yeah. But you're not losing sleep over it either. So you're not just gonna hope and hope and hope with everything. No, it's there. And you're very much aware that, yeah, you know, ideally, it would be amazing if things would sort themselves out in whatever mess this is. For the Judgment card, you get the Two of Wands, the High Priestess, the Four of Swords. You're kind of like, I also deserve a break here. Like, I don't know exactly when it's coming because I'm not going to take a break right now, but like, I definitely deserve quite the break here, you know? At some point, and you're definitely going to take a break, and I think you do. That's a lot of energy to deal with, whatever this experience was / could still potentially be there, but it's different because you changed your mindset here, you know, surrounding it, so it's not affecting you in the same way, so it's not going to show up in the same way in your reality, but you're recognizing that, hell, after all of this, I'm going to need a break. And I think you're going to take it. Let's do the King of Wands in the immediate future. You get the Empress, the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. All right. Things are feeling better and better for you here. Like you're stepping more and more into your sense of confidence, sense of trusting yourself and what you're doing and the path you're paving for yourself there. So you're feeling more open there in, again, trusting yourself, more loving to yourself, more patient with yourself. There's still something that bugs you about the situation. So it's still there in the back of your way, in the back of your mind. You know, again, it doesn't affect you in the way you used to. Things are definitely shifting for you towards a better place in regards to that. It still gets to you. There's still a little bit of something there. Let me do the Tower, the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups. And I think it still gets to you because somebody's doing something here. that upsets you. Maybe then. Maybe it's almost like they see you shifting away, and it's like, oh, you're not going to get away that easy. I'm going to do something here, you know? So I don't see it as being directed towards you, but like indirectly impacting you, whatever it is that they're doing here. So it's not like, oh, they're doing something to you. But they're going to do something around your environment that it's going to indirectly impact you, and you're going to know about it. That definitely upsets you. So of course it still bugs you, because they're gonna, you know, kind of pour gasoline on that fire that you finally put down. And it's like, well, let's put it back up here. I mean, from a soul perspective, I know you're probably not gonna like hearing this because I'm looking at all this mess, but this is someone that truly loves you from one soul to another, and you them too. You know, I can see it here, but like what's happening, it's like a fucking war in here. What's happening on the surface is like, what the hell? And I feel like you would be the one that is trying to remove yourself as much as possible from this whole chaos. They're not going to make it easy for you. They're going to be like, oh, where are you going? What do you think, you can just go away? And in the immediate future, for the World card, you get the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Look, you're coming in and saying, you know what, fuck this shit. This is definitely closed cycle. Like, I'm done with this completely. Like, you're drawing your own conclusion over this, in which you're saying this is closed off for me. It's shown up as deceptive, because and then you're saying, well, I'm going to move on with my life, and I'm going to do what I know to do best, and just keep on doing what I do there, without even thinking about this. Like, I'm done with this. And while that may be true at a mental capacity, from a mental capacity in which you can decide what you're done with and what you're not, don't be so sure that it's closed off, because it's not. This energy may still show up randomly to try to make your life a living hell. Who the fuck knows? Not even intentionally, but just because. Why not mess with you a little bit? So energetically speaking, this is not done. From a, again, mental capacity in which you can decide that you're done with something, yeah, that's true. You're doing that here. Just don't think that if you're closing this because you decided you no longer want to deal with this, don't think that those energies cannot still pursue you of whatever's going on here. Because they're very much alive and pop in here. Not in the best way, but and it's going to take a whole lot more determination on your end to really cut this off, to the point of whatever the fuck they're doing, it's not going to get to you. It's not going to trigger you anymore. And that's when you can say, I'm done. You know? But until then, no. The energies are running loose here. So you're not done yet, even though you think you are. Again, it's going to take a whole lot more for you to not even cut this off, let the energy run loose, but when it does get close to you, it's not going to affect you anymore. And that's when I can't believe you when you say I'm done here. Because until then, I don't know what the hell this is, but this is definitely an energy that's just not... Even when you do decide, okay, I'm cutting myself off from this and I'm just minding my own business, don't be surprised if the energy of that can feel that, hey, you're cutting yourself. So what? You know, because I don't know what the hell you're dealing with here, but it's someone that doesn't give a shit necessarily. And this might still go on for a little bit until it dies off, because eventually it will. Eventually it will, because they have nothing to work with. The more you turn your back to this, the more they're, you know, so they're going to try and try and try until they're going to get bored. From the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the Strength card. Yeah. You're just, again, you're coming up from that past decision of you cutting yourself off from this. You're in the process of removing yourself completely from this. Right now it's pretty difficult, you know. Pretty hard. It's not gonna, if it was as easy as us just telling ourselves, hey, I'm done with that, and that's it, you're done, then yeah, but Nah, you gotta really feel that you're done with it no matter what. And there's so many implications to that, that it's not just gonna be done in 2 minutes, right? So it's a process. It's not an easy one. But yeah, interesting. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.